Good afternoon, everyone. We're back for another daily fantasy baseball video. I'm Chris Durrell, and we are here. I'm here for daily fantasy sports rankings as well as lineup lab to go over a little bit of the weather, some of my favorite pitchers, and some of my favorite stacks for tonight's 9-game slate. So let's get started. Let's go look at see if there's any weather concerns. And the only one that really pops up when we're talking about rain tonight is the Baltimore-Washington game. There's about a 24 to 30% chance of rain throughout the entire game, so nothing really to concern yourself about. The wind is blowing in, so that does favor the pitcher a little bit. The only really other weather situation that I'm looking at, and it's more of a positive thing, is the wind blowing out at 10 to 15 miles an hour at AT&T Park in San Francisco. And as you're going to hear shortly, I really like the Cincinnati Reds tonight against lefty Ty Blach, so that's something that makes me even like it even more, seeing that win. So look at some starting lineups here, maybe some possible value plays for tonight. Texas lineup came in and they kept the Shields in the one spot. Choose a lefty facing a lefty, but he's got nice lefty splits there, so they kept him in the 2-hole. So I really like the top of the Texas order 1 through 4. And if you want to get a little bit sneaky, I also like possibly going Napoli, Gomez, Rua at the bottom of the lineup. Get those 3 in there. Maybe mix Lucroy and skip over Odor. You can even include Odor. Odor's a little bit better against righties, though. So there's my pitchers article for today. In the main article, I discussed Zach Greinke tonight, and looking at my pitching sheet here, what I liked about Greinke, he's got just short of a 10K per 9. He's coming off a huge win in Colorado. He's a minus 120 favorite. He's right behind Michael Pineda for swing and strike rate out of all the pitchers that are going tonight. He's been hit pretty hard, so it is a little bit risky, but on a short slate, I think he is the top pitcher. Pineda makes a nice choice. He's also got that K upside. The problem with the Astros, though, is they've been red hot lately, and they're only striking out about 15% of the time over the last 7 days, so he's even more risky. Definitely GPP play only for me. Greinke will be the cash game play, especially on DraftKings. Keuchel I'm scared of, as the Yankees have also been red hot lately, and they've just been mashing everything. So Keuchel doesn't really get strikeouts. The 10% swing and miss here, and the Yankees are just over 21%. So I just don't see it. Vegas has also gotten the Yankees as the favorite, so I just don't see paying up for Keuchel as the play tonight. Now on DraftKings, if you're wanting to get some Coors bats in there and you still want to go with Greinke, you can also pair him with Fulmer. If you're not going with Coors bats, you can pair him with Fulmer. Go 2 high-end pitchers. Fulmer's got his K per 9 rate starting to come up a bit. He does face the Angels. I think they're going to be without Trout. I'm going to check the lineups and see if LA's has come in yet. It hasn't yet. So if they're without Trout, I like Fulmer even more tonight as a pitcher. And both of those pitchers, I will be on DraftKings either putting them together, kind of building some stacks away from Coors, and my Coors stacks, I'm probably going to be mixing Greinke and Fulmer with, come down here, we're going to be looking at JC Ramirez tonight. He's a minus 115 favorite for the Angels. He's up there K per 9 rate. His xFIP is just a slightly lower than his ERA, so that's kind of, we're going to get that with him. What we see is what we get kind of thing. Over 10% swing and strike. And the Tigers actually been striking out 26% of the time over the last 7 days. So there's definitely some upside to get around that strikeout per inning for him tonight. And at 6,800 on DK, I think he makes a perfect choice to pair with Greinke or Fulmer. And a little bit off the board with 7K on FanDuel, with so many of the top options people are going to be going after here, that I think he makes a nice GPP play as well. So I'm going to take a look at my stacks article. And I wrote about the White Sox tonight. I think they, against Phil Hughes, I think they may be a little bit under-owned with the Coors tonight. The White Sox are also better against left-handed pitching. And they're against a right-hander tonight, so that might lower it a little bit. But what I like is that they're facing Phil Hughes, and he's just really not that good of a pitcher. So always love targeting them. Again, I talked about the Cincinnati Reds when we looked at the weather stuff with the wind going out. So I'll definitely be looking at them. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to go into the DraftKings Optimizer. I'm just going to build a couple lineups with you. So we're going to start, and we're going to put in, like I said, we're going to put in Fulmer and Greinke. We're going to roll that out and just see what the optimizer comes up with first of all. And then I'm probably going to just shove in my Texas stacks after that. So it's on top of Toronto tonight. It really likes Toronto. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and look at the Texas lineup quickly. DeShields, Chu, Andrus, Lucroy. And Lucroy. For my non-Coors stack, that'll be one of my top ones is the Texas. So I like how that goes, so that's a pretty good one. So another one that I would do is just reset things here. I'm going to throw in, we're going to double check while that's resetting. I'm going to check on the White Sox lineup. It has come in, Cabrera, Saladino, Abreu, Garcia. So the two that I'm really looking at are Abreu and Garcia. So I'm probably just going to do a 1 through 4, Melky, Saladino, Abreu, and Garcia and see what that brings up here. So we'll start off by putting Fulmer back in there with Greinke. Then we'll go Milkman, Saladino, Abreu, and Avasale, and run that one. See where it gets us. Yeah, so it's thrown in Kiki Hernandez here, David Peralta hitting near the top of the lineup for Arizona. So like Arizona as well, so that fits in nice. Devin Mesoraco, and then you get your two pitchers, so that works really well as well. So I'll be rolling those two stacks for sure. So I'm going to try and put together a bunch of stacks with Greinke and Fulmer, and then just try and mix in a few of my favorite stacks. Texas, we got the Cincinnati Reds, and then we got Chicago White Sox. Now for my Coors stacks, we're going to reset this one more time. I don't think we've seen any lineups from Coors yet. No, we haven't. We'll reset that as well and just see if anything's come in since we've started the video. It has not. We've seen some Minnesota lineup here has come in. That is about it at the moment. San Diego's lineup has also come in. So just for the Coors stacks, I'm going to use, let's go Fulmer, he's a little bit cheaper, and JC Ramirez. And then we're going to go down to the stacking on the side, and we're going to throw in Colorado, and then optimize. So these are just a few of the ways that you can go about using the optimizer to stack. You can either individually lock in the players that you like, or you can go and you can choose 1 or 2 teams to single or double stack. Double stacking, of course, is going to take a little bit longer. So as you see, as soon as I put in Colorado, it kind of pretty much likes the top of the lineup. It's got 5 guys there mixed in: Peralta, Steven Pearce, and Ezekiel Carrera, who are both those guys are hitting in the top of the lineup for Toronto tonight, and really nice values. So they fit in nice with those lineups. So I totally like that as well. The difference in lineup 2 here that I see, yeah, we got Kiki Hernandez. He fits in there. So the system is really on him at 3,800 tonight for the Dodgers as well. So yeah, if you wanted to do a full game stack, you could throw in Dodgers and Colorado and hit calculate. Like I said, once you start doing 2 teams in the stack, it takes a little bit longer. This wasn't too bad. Yeah, so we're getting pretty much the exact same lineup as we did when we just hit the Colorado through in Kiki Hernandez. So that tells me the system is a lot higher on Colorado than the Dodgers. So I definitely favor that. That's about it for today. If you have any questions, you can come into the chat here, public chat room. Open it up. Me and Doug should be in there for the rest of the day answering questions, getting lineups ready. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Jaeger_bombs9. Matches the nice, beautiful shirt I found in the back of my closet today. Other than that, have a great day. Good luck with your lineups, and hopefully get some green screens tonight.